Star metal is a unique substance found throughout Avowed, and you can actually take 4 pieces of this star metal and get some really good weapons later on in the game. I'm going to show you all 4 locations and the weapons that you can get when you get all the pieces. Let's get into it. Now the first Starmetal Fragment can be found right next to the Strangled Audra inside of the first area, Dawnshore of the game. It's going to be right inside of the small area that I'm pointing towards you right now inside of the game, but it's also right near the entrance to Emerald Stair itself. You'll see this small godless shrine inside with a bunch of Zarups that you can take down, and on the table you'll find that fragment of star metal just waiting for you to pick it up. Once you pick up your first piece of star metal, no matter what location you pick it up from, it's going to start a side quest that basically has you go and talk to the local smithy to ask if they can use this star metal, and all of them are basically going to say go to Solace and Galawain's Tusks to try and actually get the star metal to be used, which obviously is the last area of the game before you get to the very final area of the game that you can't travel from. Something else entirely different. Just know you have to get to Galawain's Tusks to even start using this star metal. Now back to the actual locations of this star metal inside of Emerald Stair, just outside of the Ranger's headquarters. As you can see from the Rolling Crags beacon, you'll be going into the Damp Burrow, which is very easily to find because there's going to be an ogre in here. Once you defeat the ogre and the other enemies inside of this cave, you can easily explore in addition to getting the Starmetal Fragment on the ground. This Starmetal Fragment inside of Shatterscarp is a lot harder to come across just because it's not a location you would actually look for. Now it's right next to the Thirdborn party camp and technically right above it, but you have to get inside the abandoned mine and go around the abandoned mine to actually get to this piece. Now once you enter into this area, you'll come across a bunch of different spiders and a bunch of different ways you can actually climb around this particular area, but they are the only enemies that you are going to come across. There's also a side quest that's associated with this area, but that's something entirely different, just to give you an idea of where you're looking. Now as you can see, it's on the edge of this actual area itself, so make sure you explore this entire area to make sure you find this exact location for this star metal. Now in Galawain's Tusk is where you can find the 4th and final piece of the star metal. It's going to be inside of the Ash Forest, and the Ash Forest beacon is going to be the closest area. It's also right on top of one of the bounties that you can go and kill inside of this area. It's going to be very easy to find if you pick up that bounty to make the location a lot easier to find, but this is also where you're going to find it. Now keep in mind, as soon as you pick up this star metal fragment, that bounty, the Revenant, is going to show up, and you can kill it if you want to or not. Highly recommend you do to get that bounty done, but again, we're focusing on the star metal here. Now that you have all 4 pieces of star metal, or just 1 piece, you really only need 1 piece to even get all of these weapons started, but you need to make your way to Solace Keep like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, and make your way down to the bottom of Solace Keep where you can interact with Forge Master Dela. If you haven't talked to him before, he's going to have an introductory conversation with you that will then lead into being able to ask him to take a look at the star metal, and then he will tell you he would be happy to make some weapons for you, either a sword or a rifle. Now here's the nice thing about this side quest with the star metal. If you have all 4 pieces, you can get the sword, the upgraded sword, the gun, and the upgraded gun. This is because just to make either the sword or the gun, you need 1 piece of star metal. Once you make both of them, you can actually go back to him and ask him to use the additional star metal to either upgrade the sword first or upgrade the gun. That's the nice thing of having all 4 of these before you even go and talk to him, so you can get these things upgraded as soon as possible, and trust me, you want them to be upgraded. Here are your base stats for Moonstrike, which is going to be that rifle that I was talking about. This is just the first version before you upgrade it. And here is Heaven Strike, the upgraded version of that same rifle with a little bit better stats, but to keep in mind, I did upgrade this to legendary before upgrading it again to get those extra stats, but this is going to give you an idea of what you can see at the bottom of the actual gun itself to see those stat differences. Now here's the same back-to-back for you with the sword. The first one's going to be called Meteor Blade. As you can see, it is focused on frost and also doing a full combo, which is nice to have. It's going to swing a lot faster than some of your other weapons like the maces that you'll come across in this game, but I think it's very useful, especially with that frost damage buildup. And the upgraded version to Andra's offense, once again seeing the differences that you can have when you do the full combo and also the frost damage. Again, it's a very useful sword. I like it a lot. I brought it into the end game through my first playthrough. Let me know what you guys think about both of these, but personally I like the gun way more than the sword, way more powerful. But that's your very quick run through for the star metal side quest. It will take you through the entire game to actually get this completed, but if you're going to go through a whole playthrough anyway, you might as well pick up all 4 pieces to get these awesome weapons. Now I hope you guys did find this walkthrough guide helpful. If you did, make sure to hit the like, subscribe buttons for me down below so I know that you did find this walkthrough helpful, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.